Hello, welcome to the Church360 Members Training for Youth Ministers. Hi, my name is Rod Kiles, and I am the Customer Onboarding Specialist for Concordia Technology Solutions. I've been with the company for 15 years, and I really have enjoyed my time here. You can reach me one of two ways. You can reach me at rod.kiles@cph.org, and you can reach me at 314-268-1315. I kindly ask that you mute your phones or microphones and type any questions you may have into the question window. These questions will be answered at the end of class, and I do answer those in order. So whenever your question comes to mind, go ahead and simply post that in the question box. This webinar is broken into three portions. We're going to start out with the outline where we will go through the agenda for this webinar. So after we discuss the topics that we're going to go through, then we'll jump into the program and we'll go through these functions and features and show you how to use them. Then we'll exit the program and we'll have our question and answer session at the tail end. So let's go ahead and go through the outline here. Today's focus is going to be on youth ministers. So we're going to start out with smart groups and tags, and we're going to show how to use some smart groups and tags to label the people who will be part of the youth ministry, leading the youth ministry, and use smart groups to help find people who are eligible for the youth ministry. So after smart groups, then after smart groups and tags, then we'll go to saved reports, and we'll show you how to create reports and save reports. Then we will go through showing you how to use mailing labels and email blasts to communicate with the parents of your youth group, and email blasts to potentially gather people to attend youth group meetings. So then after that, we're going to create a youth group event, and we'll show how to record attendance for this event. Then we'll have our question and answer session. So if you are ready, I'm ready. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and switch screens. And I'm going to go over to Church360 Members. And inside of Church360 Members, your screen will look very similar to this screen here. And up at the top in your address bar, you'll have a subdomain. And that subdomain will start out with your domain name. So ours is demo. Then it'll be followed by .360members.com. Then you'll have a login screen which will allow you to log into the program. Each person who logs in will be assigned a set of permissions, and those permissions will dictate what that person can do within the software. So I'm going to go ahead and log in as the system administrator. If for some reason you forget your password, then you'll be able to click the Forgot Your Password link, and then that will send you an email where you can reset your password. So, and actually with the Forgot Password link, you'll click that link, and that'll allow you to put in your email address, which will send you an email. Then you'll be able to reset your password. There's also the Remember Me option, which will allow you to stay logged into the software till either the session cookie is deleted by deleting your cookies in cache, or you log out of the software. So I'm going to go ahead and click Login, and then that will allow me to log into the program. And once I'm logged in, I will land on my default login page. So right now mine is set to people, and you can set your default login page to either people, events, attendance, offerings, or reports. Okay. So once we're logged into the program, we're going to want to start getting everything ready for this mission trip that we have set up. So we're going to go through two scenarios. One is going to be a mission trip to Mexico, and the other one is going to be youth group movie night. So, and these are going to be two things that are going to be hosted by our youth group. So with that, we're going to start out by assigning a tag to our youth minister. And when it comes to Church360 members, there's two ways of kind of finding people, or defining people within the system. There's tags and there's smart groups. So a tag is going to be a descriptor or a label that you put on a person's record here in the system. And those tags could be your small group activities like choir or men's ministry. In our scenario, it's going to be youth group. You can also add tags for spiritual gifts, classes like confirmation class. You can label whether or not they've had CPR training. This could also be used for employment status, education level, and even you could put in a person's school grade or the school that they've gone to. So tag is just kind of like a label or a descriptor that you put on a person's record. And then we're also going to be dealing with smart groups. And smart groups are going to be filters. So you'll create a smart group and then that will filter the people out of the list. So you're going to create criteria lines within your smart groups and that will determine who you see in that list. And examples of these criteria lines that you'll see inside your smart groups are going to be membership equal to yes, age greater than 60, and you can have a line like attendance or worship attendance in the last 30 days or attended worship in the last 30 days. So those are two of the concepts that we'll be dealing with today. So let's go ahead and let's add a tag to our youth minister, Derek Woods. So to find Derek Woods, what I'm going to do is go over to our type to filter drop box. I'm going to just type in Derek's first name. Then I'm going to click on his name, and that's going to bring up his record. And you'll notice in the center of the window that there are tags here. And there's already some tags that are assigned, but the tag that I'm going to add is called Youth Minister. And when I type that tag, it's just currently residing in the field. And then once I press enter on my keyboard, you'll notice that it adds the tag to the list, and it goes ahead and it assigns it a color. Now, when I add a tag on a person's profile view, what will happen is that tag will be added to my complete list of tags as well. So it's saved in two spots. It's saved on Derek Woods, his profile record, but it's also saved in our complete list of tags. So this is one way of adding in a tag. You can just add the tag on the person's profile. To view the list of tags or the full list of tags, you can click on your settings gear here at the upper right of your screen, and you can go down to tags. This action will take you over to your full tags list. And from this list, you can do things like adding tags and managing your list of tags. So to add a tag, I can click over here in this top box here at the upper left, and I can type in the name of the tag that I want to add. So let's go ahead and add in a few tags for our youth ministry group here. So the first tag I'm going to add is junior high youth group. And in our scenario, this is going to be the teenagers who are between the ages of 14 and 15. So from there, I will type in the name, select my desired color. I'm going to select blue. Then I'll click Add Tag here on the right-hand side. I'm going to add a couple more. I'm going to add Senior High Youth Group. And this is going to be the individuals who are who are in between the ages of 16 and 18. So I'm going to leave the color as blue and click Add Tag. Then I'm going to add mission trip to Mexico. And I'll leave that as blue and click Add Trip. Oh, that name's already here in the list. Sorry about that. Then I'm going to add one more, and it's going to be Youth Group Movie Night. Okay, so I've added all my tags into the system. Once a tag is added, I can click on the row, and it will allow me to use the inline editing to make changes. So if I've made a mistake, I can make a change. I can also reassign the color as well if I'd like. So the colors are kind of like categories. So things with similar colors could be considered in a similar category. So I like to put things that are similar with the same color. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. You will notice that some of the tags have numbers by them, and the number is going to represent the number of people who are inside of that tag or who are assigned that tag. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom, and you'll notice that we have one person who's a youth minister. When I click that link, that's going to jump me over to my people view and show me the people who have that tag. And you'll notice at the upper right here, it says youth minister. This is going to be my group selector box. And inside that box, you'll see tags, smart groups, and you'll also see the default smart groups. So I'm going to go ahead and collapse that. And what I'm going to do is click the drop-down box, grab the scroll bar, and pull it to the top and select everyone so I can see my full list of people. So that's how I would add my tags to the list. The next thing I want to do is find the people who would be part of my youth group. To do that, I'm going to add in a few smart groups. So to add a smart group, there's a couple ways of doing that. You can click the three little horizontal lines here, and then that will display this tray here. And inside this tray, I can add traits. And these traits, when saved, will become a smart group. So a smart group is going to be a collection of criteria. And the first criteria line that I want to fill in is going to be, the first criteria that I'm going to add in is going to be who are living. So by adding in this criteria line, this will exclude people who have passed away. So I'm going to say who are living, and when I click over to the right-hand side, it'll save that line. The next line that I want to add is going to be whose age is between 13 and 18. So once I click the Add Trait button, I'll come over here to the field and type the characters of the item that I want to find in the field. I'll select age. Then I'll select my operator, which is between, and I'll do 13 and 18. Then I'll click off so that it selects that information. Then you will notice down here at the bottom that the information changes, and you'll also notice that the number of people showing changes as well. So this is actually showing everybody who's living who's between the age of 13 and 18. So I'm going to click Save Group, and this will allow me to save my smart group. And I'm going to name this list here Potential Youth Group Members, because this is everybody who's between the age of 13 and 18. So I'll click Save. And when I save that smart group, it'll add the smart group here to my group field here. And if I click the three little bars, it'll collapse it. So then I'm going to click on the gear here at the top right and go to Smart Groups. And once I'm in my Smart Groups list, if I scroll down and go to my Ps, I'll see my potential youth group members. And the list here underneath the gear, that's my full list of all of my smart groups. So you can add a smart group from the people view and other areas where they have those three horizontal bars. But you do your management of smart groups here from the smart groups view. So let's add in two other smart groups. And the other two smart groups I want to add in, one is parents of youth group members, and the other one, since this is going to be a youth trip to Mexico, is going to be volunteers who speak Spanish. So I'm going to say parents of the youth group members. And actually, I need to assign those people first. Sorry about that, I skipped a step. So I'm going to go back to the people view, and it remembers my smart group selection. So here on the right-hand side, I'm going to go to columns, and I'm going to uncheck all. Then I'm going to do age, and I'm going to do parents, and let's say tags as well, so I can see the tags that people have. Okay, and I click off, that'll pull up my drop list for columns. So I'm going to sort here by age. And these are my potential youth group members. So my next step is I actually want to assign these people to the tag. And I kind of skipped forward a step there. Sorry about that. So now that I have them sorted by age, I can use the checkboxes here on the left-hand side to select the people who are actually part of the youth group. So once I check those people, and it's going to be ages 14 through 15 for my junior high youth group. So I'm going to uncheck the 13-year-olds and scroll down here and select a few more of the 15-year-olds. Then what I'll do is I will say add remove tag, and from here, if I type in a few characters of the tag, I can click and select that tag, and when I press enter, it will assign everybody who has a checkbox here on the left-hand side the tag that I have selected. So I'm going to click close there, and then my screen will instantly update, and then these will be the people who are in my junior high youth group. And then I'm going to go down through and take a look at the 16, 17, and 18-year-olds and find the people who are part of my senior high youth group. So I'm going to click all up here at the top, and that's the box to the left of name. Then I'm going to uncheck them, and that will unselect my junior high youth group. Then those that are 16, 17, and 18 that belong to the senior high youth group, I'll select their names. And I'll click add remove tags here on the right-hand side, click in the field and select senior high youth group, then press enter on my keyboard. And then those people will be labeled as senior high youth group. So if I want a complete list of everybody who's in the youth group all together, junior high and senior high, I can go up here to the top and change my group selector to everyone, and click the three little bars here, and then go through the process of creating that smart group. So I want to leave it who are living, then add the trait of tags. Then for my youth group, I can add in multiple tags. So I can say junior, and let me refresh my screen here just a second. And sometimes you have to refresh your screen to pass the information out to the server and pull it back when you create a new list. So I'm going to say junior, and then that will be junior high youth group. Then I can also add senior high youth group. Then there's one other tag I want to add, and that's going to be our ministry leader, so our youth ministry leader. So junior high, senior high, and then youth minister. And then I can click off here to save that information in the field, then click save group, and then save as youth group. Then that will actually save my youth group subgroup. So now that I have my people assigned to the youth group, what I want to do is go to my gear here at the upper right, then go to smart groups, and then I want to add in a couple smart groups to help me find the people who help me find the parents of those who belong to help me find the parents of the children who belong to our youth group. So I'm going to go ahead and title this Parents of Youth Group Members. So there'll be people who are living, then I'm going to add a trait, and the next line is going to be children. So then I'll select the item from the drop list, and then it'll automatically say children in the smart group, and the smart group that we're going to use is youth group. And let me refresh my screen one more time here. Parents of youth group members who are living. Then we'll do children in smart group, and the smart group is going to be youth group. So once I click off of the field, then I'll click add group. And that will allow me to add the group parents of youth group members. And there are 16 people inside of that group. I want to add one more smart group, and this is going to be volunteers who speak Spanish. Volunteers who speak Spanish. And this is who are living, and then we're going to add a couple of criteria lines here. One is going to be tags, and we're going to select the tag Spanish so we can find those who speak Spanish. Then we're also going to add in the line that these people are over the age of 18. Grade is greater than 18. We'll click off and we'll click add group, and then we have nine potential volunteers who speak Spanish that might be able to accompany us on this trip. So what I can do is parents of youth group members, I can click the 16 people, and then these would be the parents' names here. Then I can go over to columns and change my column selection. So the column selections that I probably would want is I'm not really going to want the age of the parents, but I can want the address where everyone lives, the children's names, the email addresses, the phone numbers. I'm going to take off parents, and I can leave the tags on there so I can see the tags for the parents. So now here in the people view, we'll have something that we could consider our report for the parents of our youth group members. On the left-hand side, it'll be the parent's name, followed by the address, the children, and email address and phone number, then tags. So you'll notice across the top that none of the columns are in a teal column header color. If I click on name, that will allow me to sort this list by the name. So let's go ahead and to save this as a report, we can click Save Report here at the upper right-hand corner, and that will allow us to save this to our reports view. So I'm going to call this Parents of Youth Group Members Report. Okay, then click Save. And once I save this report, I'll receive a message here on the right-hand side. Then I'll know that my report is saved. I can go to Reports here in the toolbar, in the admin bar. Then here will be the list of all my starred reports. Those are going to be the reports that I have created, and all reports in general, and those will be reports that were either provided by the programmer or were created by other members of your church. So to access that report, I would simply click on the report name, then that would take me back to the people view to see the people who are part of that report. And there's also this star with the little tear through it. That's used to delete a report from the list if you no longer want that report. So I can just click on the star and it'll just take it out of the list. So I'm going to click on the link, and that will take me back to the people view and load all the information that I've selected. You can consider a saved report a collection of settings, and that collection is going to be the view that you're on, either people or households, the grouping that you've selected, so it will show your smart group or tag grouping that you've selected, and the columns that you've selected as well. So once we have this information selected, so we have the parents of youth group members, what we can do is create mailing labels from there. So there's the action buttons here across the top right of your screen. You can go over here to the left and check the checkbox to the left of name to select everybody who's part of this group. Then you can click the print button here at the upper right. Sorry about that. Then you can click the download button here at the upper right and go to mailing labels. This will bring up a modal window that allows you to select the type of labels that you want. You'll have the choice of 5161, 5162, or 5160. If you click 5162 or 5161, those will allow you to print a barcode on those labels, so you can get a bulk mail rate if you select one of those two and you have the proper information entered in for bulk mailing. So you'll have to have a mailer ID, a serial number, and you'll have to select your service type. If you select 5160, then the actual label is too small to actually include the barcode, so it'll automatically disable that feature. So I'm going to switch this back to 5162. Then leave the options for print mailing address and print barcodes. You can skip a label, say you reuse a sheet, by clicking on the label. Then it'll allow you to hide. It'll allow you to push all your labels down, one or two, or skip that label. You can also go to the next page to see the labels. From there, you'll click Generate. And when you click Generate, it'll push the information over to the server. And the labels work pretty quick, so you can just click Download. If it takes the labels a little while to download, you can close that window, then go up to the Message Center at the upper right of your screen. It's the little reminder bell, and then that will allow you to download your labels from there. And this is what your mailing labels would look like. So I'm going to go ahead and close the mailing labels. And one other thing to show before we move over to entering in attendance records for a youth group event, that's to send out an email. So say we wanted to communicate with those people who could be potential volunteers for our mission trip to Mexico. So we could go up here to our group selector, and we could type in the word Spanish, and then go to volunteers who speak Spanish. Then we'll have those 9 volunteers. We can select all of them by clicking the little box to the left of name. Then we can click Send Email. And when we do that, what will happen is it will pass over those 9 names to your default email client. So if you're using Windows, then you'll probably be using Microsoft Outlook or Gmail or Yahoo or something like that. And what you can do is you can set up your own default email client. It does work with all of those. When it comes to your web-based email clients like Gmail and Yahoo, you do have to configure your web browser to make that the default email client. If you have any questions about that, give our support team a call and they can help you set that up. But once you've clicked Send Email, it'll pass that information over into your default email client. I'm using Outlook. It will hide the name, so it encrypts it and embeds it into a confidential email address, and we call it Email Relay. Then you can type in your subject, type in the body of the email, and click Send, and it will send that email out to those recipients. So I'm going to go ahead and close the Send Email window. I'm going to say no. And that would be the communicating with our youth group through Church360. Church360 members. So after we've communicated with them, there's most likely there'll be an event at the church that we'll want to record attendance for. So to create an event, what you'll do is you'll click Events here at the upper left of your screen, and then that will bring up your Events view. Inside of the Events view, to create a new event, you'll click the New button here at the upper left-hand corner. And the event that we're going to do, it's going to be Friday Movie Night. So we're going to go ahead and name that event. And every single event will be put onto a calendar. And inside of Church360 members, there's 4 types of calendars. There's going to be default calendars like baptisms, confirmations, wedding anniversaries, deaths. Those are your default calendars. There's custom calendars. Those will be calendars that you've created. Examples of custom calendars, like here in our list, there's board meeting, Board of Education, Board of Trustees. Those are custom calendars. Those are just calendars that we put in. There's going to be the programmer-specific calendars, calendars put in by the programmer, like education and worship. And then there's also Unite calendars. And those are calendars that automatically feed over from Church360 Unite. And Church360 Unite is our website building program. It's a counterpart to Church360 members, and they talk to each other. And those calendars can be seen inside of Church360 members as well. So the calendar that we want to use is going to be youth group. So we're going to take our Friday movie night event and put it on the youth group calendar. We can give it a location, so we can say auditorium. And this event took place on the Friday the 11th. And let's say that movie night starts at 6 p.m. and it lasts until 9 p.m. So then, if this is a repeating event, and we're going to say that this event, this is a repeating event, we're going to say that this event takes place the second Friday of every month. You do have the option to make this event an all-day event if you'd like, so it just takes up the whole day. But ours is just 3 hours long. So we're going to say that this event repeats every single month on the second Friday of the month. So we'll say that the schedule actually starts on the 11th so that we can actually see that event on our calendar. And we have the option to end it after so many times. And let's say that it's going to continue to run, and we'll come back and make a change to the event when we stop having the event. Down at the lower right of the screen here, you have options to say that attendance is taken, so we're recording who of our youth are going to be at the event. You can also mark it for communion and offerings taken if it's an event that has those aspects to it. So I'm going to click the Add button, and then that will add that event to my calendar, and you'll see that it's 6 p.m. Friday movie night. And then up here at the upper left-hand corner, there are navigational arrows. And if I click the directional arrow to move forward, it'll move me forward 1 month. And then I can see next month there's Friday movie night as well on the second Friday of the month. Once the event has been entered into the system, the next thing to do is to record attendance. So to record attendance, we'll click on attendance here at the top in our admin bar, or in our toolbar. Then when our view comes up, you'll see the event name that's currently selected here on the left-hand side and the date of that event. Running down the right-hand side, you'll see a list of all of your events. And the event that we want is Friday movie night. I'll click that event, and you'll notice that the event name changes here at the upper left-hand side. Then on the right-hand side, you'll see showing 261 people in everyone. So we're actually showing everybody on the site. To simplify the entry process, we can click the drop-down list, and the people that will be showing up for movie night, we're going to say that this is our youth group. So I'm going to select our youth group smart group, and that's going to filter our people. And from there, what we can do is either click on the name of the person who's attending, or we can click on the household name and select everybody in the household. So basically with 2 clicks, I selected 3 people. You'll notice down at the bottom that it now shows 3 people selected. Also, you'll notice when I click someone's name, over here on the right-hand side, there's a saved box that shows up, and that just lets you know that it's saving as you go through your work. So it does have autosave features. So what we would do is we would click on the names of the people who attended on Friday for movie night. We could also take our hand off the mouse and use the up and down arrows to navigate through the window. Then if you want to select a name, you can either use the space bar to select or unselect, and you can also use the Q button to select people as well. To find the list of keyboard shortcuts, what you'll do is click on I and then click on shortcuts. The I stands for Information Center, and the Information Center allows you to access additional information or help information about the site, and you can also send a message to our support team. So you'll notice here that Q or space allows you to toggle attendance. I accidentally hit E there, and that marks somebody as a regular attender. And the way that regular attenders works is that allows you to mark people who are typically going to attend the event. And then once you have those people set up, you can just click select regular attenders, and it will mark all of your regular attenders for you. So I'm going to close Information Center. Once I've entered all the people who've attended, and let me select a couple more, then what I can do is I can create a smart group for those people to find out who regularly attends my event. So if I have somebody who was not part of the youth group who did attend Friday movie night, what I would do is I would go up to my group selector here at the upper right, switch it to everyone, and let's say that Matt Wilson attended. I could type in Matt's name, click on his name, then that would add him to the list as well, then it would automatically save. So that's how I would record attendance for Friday movie night. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and navigate back to my PowerPoint presentation. And that's all the information that I have to present for this training class. So the next question would be, do you have any questions? And I'll go ahead and answer those. Let me read the thank you message before I do so, just in case someone drops off. I do want to thank you for attending our online Church360 members training. We hope you enjoyed this class, and if you have any further questions, please contact us on our hotline at 1-800-346-6120. And you can also do that via email at support@cts.cph.org.